and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kimberly, and today I will be talking about notes to my younger self and things that I wish that I knew growing up as a dancer. And I'm also going to do a second part to this video, and I'm going to talk about dream ballet roles. And this is something that I never really thought of up until maybe about this past year, when I realized, okay, I'm probably going to be doing some very legitimate professional ballet dancing in the next few years. And the likelihood of that is quite high, so I need to start thinking of things that I would like to do. So the first part, notes to my younger self. I would let her know that she belongs there. Yes, I got into some really great programs and I got awards, but I never really thought that ballet was for me until I realized that all of the opportunities that I had growing up, how special those were. And you know, looking back, yes, I was a little bit tubby as a child, and going into my early teens, I ended up losing quite a bit of weight during my beauty pageant preparation days. And then I realized, you know, all of that I shed in terms of body image, and what was underneath was actually a bit of a ballerina. And I don't think I mentioned this before, maybe I did in my ballet story that I was doing. It wasn't readily available. And I remember in university, I started a dance club, and two other people that were at the same level as me, but it was mostly training those people to be able to do some more technical kinds of things. But otherwise, I usually ended up training people. Yeah, so being a pioneer isn't so bad. And the arts and the ballet world, I think that in Canada, in terms of our cultural and the arts industry, especially the entertainment industry and things like movies and being a part of commercials or, you know, music videos, brand deals, most of the people that I grew up with, they all left in order to build a career. And that was the thing to do. You know, 18, 19, if that's is what you wanted to do, you had to go to the States or somewhere else in order to make it. And I'm finding myself in a place where, you know, now I'm starting to think maybe I should have gone, and maybe I still can. Who knows? I kind of wanted to build something in Canada, so that has been the journey of the last 3 years for me. When I came home from working as a disaster responder, I told, you know, my loved ones, you know, I think I'm ready to be a ballerina, partly because I was very burnt out and I couldn't work, and I started to burn out, and I was really starting to just roll down a hill. And I'm really starting to now build myself back up, and I'm working through that burnout, and I have a lot less of the symptoms of burnout than I did even a few months ago. So, you know, 3 years of just letting myself go, and now I'm really starting to circle back and come back to the things that I enjoy and my identity. And that's one thing that no one can ever take that away from a person, is identity. And when you know who you are, it's really hard for you to get sidelined by others. And I wish I knew that I belonged. Okay, 2. I would let her know that she's stress eating, and that there are healthier food choices, and that I should eat the apple that has been rolling around in my backpack for the past week. Now, Dad means McDonald's and pizza, but by eating healthier, I have more brain power to focus on ballet and stamina like my friends. So I always had the potential, and I think that one thing that I could have done better in terms of propelling myself in the arts and in ballet is, I think, probably having a mentor. I think if I had one when I was a child in that special program that I was in for the arts, I think that my path would have been a little bit different. And that's okay. Some people get lost in the sauce and we find our way back to where we're supposed to be. I would tell her, my younger self, that you can eat the McDonald's and the pizza, but you need to learn how to balance all of these things, and it can't be every day. Next, don't be too sad about feeling behind. You're going to have so many opportunities come your way. You can do anything. And of course, I had many opportunities along the way over the past few years, and I believe I'm just getting started. Next, being a pioneer isn't a bad thing. It means you'll be very important one day and people will look to you. And I remember as a teenager, people would call me a pioneer, mostly because I either lived, in some far travel quite a bit of a ways to get to my classes, and I'm quite excited about some of these new things that I'm working on, so stay tuned. And lastly, the last note to my younger self: forget the outside world, tame the inner world. And I have a cute little note for myself: now stop at 5, as it is the younger self with a shorter attention span. That's kind of cute. So those are some notes to my younger self, and I'm actually going to look back at this in the next 2 to 5 years, and I'm saying 2 because the amount of changes that has happened within the last year for me, I don't want to underestimate what can happen in the next 2 years. And I feel like, at one point every day something was changing for me, and I think that in the next 2 years, things will look very different in terms of my role within the arts and ballet, and that includes dancing myself. So if you enjoyed this video, click subscribe, and we will see you again soon. First dream ballet role is Coppélia, and I feel like this is the Barbie version of ballet, and it literally is, because it's about a man in a small town in Europe, and he creates a doll, a life-size doll, and a man falls in love with this doll. The doll comes to life, and the story goes on, but I think that it summarizes quite a bit of my involvement in pageantry, and I love the idea of being a life-size doll, or Barbie is it still appeals to me, and I think that's where a lot of my soft side comes in terms of my girly side. So Coppélia, that would be number 1. Next is Raymonda. I love the story behind Raymonda. It's about a girl who is supposed to marry, I believe he's a knight, and he goes off, and then there's a evil sorcerer guy that tries to woo Raymonda, and so anyways, her fiance ends up coming back, and there's a lot more to the story, but I won't get into that right now. And however, I would say that the Raymonda variation is a very challenging one, and it's the ultimate depiction of purity, and it's a very sweet ballet. Okay, so I would want to be the Woodland fairy. Next up, I have the Sugar Plum fairy, which is one of the hardest, and I would love to challenge myself at some point, hopefully sometime in the next 2 years. Next up, something that I've never danced before and that doesn't exist. And I say that because of some of the things that I'm working on, and I would want to do something like a mix between a Swan Lake and a Raymonda, and something that is very dramatic, a very dramatic piece. So those are some of the pieces that I would love to perform. And if you liked some of these videos, you can click subscribe and comment below, and I'm looking forward to sharing more. Thank you.